Hello and welcome again to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois with our last video of 2019 and our last video of this decade. Alright, we're going to start with this week's comic book order as we unpack it. These items will all go on sale Thursday, January 2nd. We're not going to be open on New Year's because we want you to be with your family and spend time with your loved ones. That's who we are. First up, we've got a Batgirl from DC Gallery. Beautiful action figure, fantastic, affordable collectability. Come and get some. Then next up, we should have from Dynamite Publishing. Any of you who are watching The Boys, part of the Prime Video streaming service, from Garth Ennis, the same guy that wrote The Preacher. People have been enjoying that show. The first trade paperback for that series. And speaking of trade paperbacks, next up we have Robotech Volume 1 Countdown and Robotech Volume 2 Bye Bye Mars, which have like the first 3 to 5 Robotech comics incorporated in them. Great jumping on point for people who've been looking to get into some manga and kind of see what that world's all about. These are here, so it's a great time to jump in. We're going to start off on the comic book side with Action Comics 1018 from DC. And it looks like it's guest starring the Justice League and the Legion of Doom. And then, as always, the variant covers. We always show the cardstock variant covers from DC, which are always beautiful and wonderful. Next up from Archie Comics, we have Archie, The Married Life 10th Anniversary, issue 5 of the 6 they've scheduled for them. And then from DC Comics again, we have issue 42 of Batgirl, tying into our statue theme. And then, as always, the variant covers. Beautiful for Batgirl, one of our top 5 covers of the week. Actually putting the star on the Christmas tree, how cool is that? Next up, also from DC, issue 39 of Batman Beyond. And then of course, as always, the gorgeous variant cover for Batman Beyond, issue 39. Speaking of gorgeous, if you've not been reading Death or Glory by Rick Remender and Image Publishing, do yourself a favor and jump in. It's only issue 8, and it's one you're going to want to get in on and read because it is fantastic. But that is issue 8 of Death or Glory from Rick Remender and Image Publishing, and that's the variant cover. Next up from DC, Detective Comics 1018. Guess Who Came Down the Chimney? And then again, as always, the variant cover. And again, one of our top 5 covers of the week. As isn't DC's Dial H for Hero issue 10. No, not in the top 5 covers of the week. From Burger Books, we have issue 5 of Everything. Seems like the book ought to be thicker if it's everything, but turns out it's not everything, but it's close to everything. DC, who's up next and seems to be taking the most advantage of this odd week of comic book releases, is next with issue 85 of The Flash. Kind of foretells what Mrs. Fox has to look forward to later tonight on New Year's Eve, is The Flash. And then, as always, the beautiful variant covers. Runner-up for cover of the week this week. DC's up again next with Harley Quinn issue 69. And as you can see, lovely cover where you can look at her buns. And then our cover of the week, only because it actually says Happy New Year on the cover, is the DC Harley Quinn issue 69 variant cover. Just fantastic. Speaking of fantastic and Harley Quinn, up next from DC is issue number 2 of Joker Harley Criminal Sanity. Sorry. I must be insane. Fantastic book. Larger format, as you can see, bigger than a standard comic book. Part of their Black Label series. Got to be 17 years old to buy it. So you kids at home, don't plan on getting it. And then there's the variant cover. fantastic, and a good story so far. Been really good. Up next from, you guessed it, DC, issue 18 of Justice League Dark. And again, one of our top 5 covers of the week. The Wonder Woman image on Justice League Dark 18 variant is fantastic. Up next from Image Publishing, issue 2 of Philadelphia. It's been a pretty interesting read, or at least the first one was. And then the variant cover for Philadelphia. Then from DC, we have issue 7 of Lois Lane. And then again, one of our top 5 covers of the week is the Lois Lane variant cover. Seems like the bar is lower for the top 5, but that's because there's just fewer comics this week. So we got to go with what we got to go with. Up next from, you guessed it, DC, issue 11 of Martian Manhunter. And as always, beautiful variant cover, made our top 5 covers of the week. And then we have from Source Point Press, The Misplaced, Chapter 2. And I got to tell you, Chapter 1, the first book was quite interesting. So looking forward to that. Then up next from Image is Olympia, Volume 2. Kind of if Thor came to life out of the comic book, kind of a what-if series. IDW is up next with Pandemica, issue 3. Very good book, very good story by IDW. I've been quite impressed with it. DC is up next, if you couldn't guess that, and it's going to be issue 41 of Red Hood Outlaw. And again, just a fantastic variant cover for issue 41, Red Hood Outlaw. And then next up from Burger Books, issue 4 out of 4, so it's the last issue of Ruby Falls. Ruby Drinks and Ruby Falls. Next up from Dark Horse Comics, we have issue 9 of Sword Daughter. Then from DC, issue 23 of The Terrifics. Mr. Fox has been accused of being one of those, The Terrifics. That's right. And then from Marvel, we have a new release this week. Odd for them to have released it in a week that they're not releasing a lot. Thor, issue 1. And oddly, we got the 2 variants. That's the variant cover. Runner-up for cover of the week. And then we have the blank cover variants. So if you're so inclined, let's say you're going to a Comic-Con somewhere in Southern Illinois, like, I don't know, Metropolis or Carbondale or Benton. You can have local artists draw on that for you, and they'll give you a nice, unique cover. Marvel is up again next with Jonathan Hickman's X-Men, issue 4. And then, as always, the variant cover for that as well. That looks to be it for a relatively small comic order this week due to the holiday. We hope all of us here at Fox's hope that all of you out celebrating New Year's this year will be safe and have a great new year. We hope that 2020 brings you health, happiness, and all the comics that you can buy at Fox's. And we look forward to being open on January 2nd, Thursday. And that's when these books will go on sale. We hope to see you then. Thanks so much.